So greetings from my campsite here in the Adirondacks of New York once again. This is evening number 2. In my previous camping video, it was our pre-Mount Marcy hike. Today I did Mount Marcy, 11 hours of hiking. Beautiful, but brutal, man. I'm so glad to be back in my camp. I didn't have to set up tonight. Everything was already set up because of last night. I got back from that. I got all my wet, sweaty clothes and shoes and took a little bit of a nap. I'm kind of in pain. It was brutal up at the summit. I'll talk about it a little bit later. But yeah, I think it's already about 6 o'clock, so but I need to get some food in my belly. But we got to determine what we're going to eat too. Alright. I guess I just crashed in my tent for a little while. My wet, nasty shoes are out there. So are my wet, nasty clothes. They should probably be outside, but anyway. Got the candles going. We gotta pick out a meal here tonight. Got some breakfast stuff here. Maybe I'll show you what I got. Yeah, I know some of you don't like the dehydrated meals, but I like these Mountain House meals. I gotta finish my beef jerky. These are all gifts for you guys too, so thank you. Beef stew, but we had beef stew last night. One of those MREs, basically the same thing. Beef stroganoff with noodles. The possibility pile. Chicken fried rice, that was good. I had that before. That's a breakfast item. That's kind of is too. Fettuccine Alfredo chicken, that's a possibility. Biscuits and gravy. Biscuits, gravy, there's a breakfast. Breakfast scramble. Breakfast. The rest is all breakfast. I gotta change out this battery soon too. This is the one I use. Go up Mount Marcy. Yeah, beef stew is out for tonight. I like the beef stew, but so it's between chicken fried rice, fettuccine Alfredo chicken, and beef stroganoff. Which one? If we could communicate, I'd let you guys choose which one, but I'll have to choose. Alright, if you guessed chicken fried rice, you are the winner. Alright, man, I'm out of it. I'm so beat. Alright, but I gotta get all my camping stuff, my cooking stuff out. So I eat these meals sometimes, like I don't want to have to cook anything tonight. I just want a quick warm-up meal, to be honest, so I'll get back with you. I'm gonna actually get a fire going here too. All right. You can almost see the fire down there, but alright, I'll talk a little bit about my hike today. It was probably my toughest hike I've ever done, to be honest. But it was epic up there, and brutal. A lot more people here tonight too. Yeah, I brought a ton of snacks along the hike, but I didn't really eat a lot. Yeah, just letting this warm up. We'll do the rehydration thing then. Yeah, man, don't underestimate Marcy. Mount Marcy. 7.4 miles. First 2 miles are kind of nice, but then after that, it's all uphill for the most part and rocky. And the last part is just really, you're just climbing up exposed rocks and then, Indian Falls, that overlook, that was amazing. But I could tell that we were entering into the clouds then. The weather was deteriorating. But yeah, when we got to the top, it was brutal up there. It's singing to me. Alright, it's good enough. I think we had that conversation last night about how hot boiling water actually gets. A little science lesson. Alright, where's my spoon? But yeah, I could sense the deteriorating conditions. The higher we got, the more dense the cloud was. The visibility was reaching 0 in places. And when we got to the top, the peak, the winds were like 40 miles an hour. It was brutal. I haven't seen the footage yet, but man. Then there's like this little rock shelter you could hunker down in. I was down there with some other people, kind of hoping it would clear up, but no. I was so glad I went. It was an experience. Sometimes you see those documentaries or those whatever channel where people are up on some peak and it's like blustery, windy, 0 visibility. That was me today. So it's a memory. I made quite a memory. Potentially dangerous. They have signs. Well, you've probably already seen that video, but they have signs warning you on the way up about the weather and stuff. And it's no joke. I mean, depending on what day you summit, it could be wonderful up there, but it could change just like that. I'm glad I left when I did. I passed some people that turned around, didn't go all the way to the top because they were calling for thunderstorms around 2 o'clock. So, which I'm glad I left. I left around 12:30 up there. So yeah, I didn't want to be up there in a thunderstorm. That's for sure. All right, you need this to warm up or to rehydrate. Fire is going nicely. Maybe I'll eat my supper by the fire. I think that'll work. And maybe we'll get another good sunset tonight. Oh, there are my stinky wet shoes. Wow. But yeah, last night we hit it just bright with the sunset. Just a little bit after 8. We had the sun setting. Maybe it's a little bit more cloudy tonight, so maybe it'll be a little bit more spectacular. Sometimes the clouds add to it, but we'll keep an eye on that too. I think it's closing in on 6:30, so we have a little bit of time yet. Whew, yeah. Alright, it should be ready. I got a new battery in there too, so I'm just hungry. Like I said, I brought a bunch of snacks, which weighed my pack down a bit. But I did eat some of them actually. I didn't eat as much as maybe I thought I would. Making a mess. There we go, let's go sit by the fire, have something to eat. Oh, so good. Alright, well that hit the spot. That's a delicious meal. I'll tell you what, there's going to be just a lot of sitting around the campfire tonight though. Just a lot of relaxing. We'll make coffee later then. And like I said, we'll try to remember to go down and visit the lake for sunset too, but yeah. Oh, someone's got the dog. Yeah, it does seem a lot busier tonight. Some of the sites that weren't occupied last night are. Because they have tent sites, they have lean-tos here, which I think is what you're hearing down there. They have canvas tents here that you can stay in, which is kind of cool. I think there's some cabins too. So all kinds of variety here. Oh yeah, I never said where I was in this video. The Adirondack Lodge. Here in the High Peaks region of the Adirondacks. This is their wilderness campground. I'm at site number 11. Just up from the lake. We gotta stay in a lean-to sometime. And, or a yurt. We gotta try some different stuff maybe. They have lean-tos, cabins, yurts, all kinds of stuff. Here and other places. Alright, but hopefully it'll quiet down a little bit later tonight. Got another stack of firewood to put on later. I think I might grab some of those books from my Jeep again. Just chill out here for a little bit. And relax after 11 hours of hiking today. And just brutal weather. Up at the top. Further down it was okay. Yeah, almost forgot to show you the map. Last night I showed this to you with number 11 not filled in, but now New York, our 11th high point, is filled in up there, so getting there. America's Best Day Hikes. Kind of a cool book. I've got a little visitor looking for food. Some kind of sparrow? Whoops, slow down, buddy. Oh, there he goes. Just hopping along. So I got some pretty cool neighbors over there. I talked with them last night, and several of them came over and chatted with me now. They asked me how my hike was. They did Mount Joe, which is only like a 2-hour hike, I think. Maybe like 2,000 some feet, but they had some really awesome views. Well, I didn't as much, but we did have some good views of like Indian Falls and stuff, but yeah. But they did the loop around the lake. It's called Heart Loop Lake, or Heart Lake Loop. I was thinking about doing that. They did it. They said it didn't take that long. You could do it in less than an hour, but I don't know. We might think about doing that tomorrow morning. Do have to be out of here by 11, I think. We'll see. I might not feel like it. We'll see. Just think about what I'm going to do on the way home, too. Might stop at several places. We'll see. Might talk about that in the morning. But anyway, like as you can tell, I'm just relaxed by the fire. About 7:30, so not a sunset yet. Although we might take a look down by the lake even before the sunset, if my legs will move. All right, let's get blinded by the sun again. We were out here yesterday. Oh wow, it's still, the peaks are still covered in clouds. Yesterday when we were here, you could see some of the peaks out there. Wow, that looks beautiful though, already. Wow, glad we came down right now. I love when the sun gets reflected all the way across the water like that. Wow. Yeah, maybe we'll just sit on the bench over here for a little bit. Get back to the fire in a minute. Oh. Yeah, that hike around the lake is intriguing, but I'm not doing it tonight. I'm not sure about tomorrow morning. We'll see. We'll see how everything feels tomorrow morning. Kind of hurting in some places that I don't normally hurt at. Kind of chafing in some places too that I don't normally chafe at. We'll let that go at that. But yeah, that's what 11 hours of hiking will do to you. climbing Mount Marcy in that kind of weather. But yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow morning. Maybe there's a waterfall called Split Rock Falls I'm thinking about stopping in at on the way home. It's still here in the area. And then actually John Brown of Civil War fame, he grew up in this area. There's a town up here called North Elba, and his farm is up here. Well, what used to be his farm. I thought it was stopped in there. I'm not sure. We'll see. All depends on how I feel tomorrow morning. I might just feel like just going home too. But we'll see. Actually, I think I'll go sit on the stump again. That's where I had my tea last night. Just got a better view of the sun over here. Oh. Yeah, that is a beautiful. It's not too far from setting. Yeah, there's a peak over there. We just can't see. It's in the clouds. But wow. Alright, well, I'm going to head back to the campsite for just a bit. Then we'll come back and check up on the sunset again. My fire's going out, but I got another bundle, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to go back down to the lake in just a minute. But yeah, we'll get some coffee going. Once we get back, I'm gonna, yeah, I think it's about almost 8 o'clock. So, I think, was it about 10 after 8 is when it hit sunset last night. Anyway, there's a bathroom down here too I want to hit up. And just a little bit of helpful advice. I know some people don't like, my TMI information, but if you having some chafing issues, a little bit of baby powder in that location will do wonders to relieve it. So anyway, that's just some good advice. No one likes some chafing, but yeah, a little bit of baby powder and you'll be feeling a lot better. So some good advice, because we all chafe at some point in life, so it's good to know. Baby powder. And another reason I don't really want to do too much more hiking on this trip is because of my leg. I injured my leg last February. I had a major issue of tendonitis down there. Couldn't do much hiking for a month, but I think it did okay. I was a little bit worried about it because it was a lot of, it's been doing fine, but a hike like that can, well, you know what I'm trying to say. So I think I just want to rest that too. Don't want to push my luck with that. All right. Ooh. Yeah, not quite going down yet. There's some clouds rolling in. Oh, just a beautiful scene. And just like that, it's so wants to pop out a little bit, but yeah, I love that little sliver in the lake there. Top of the log. There we go. Absolutely beautiful. Now it goes behind some clouds. Alright, well, we're waiting for that to light up again. Let's make some coffee. Or maybe some tea. No, I think we'll make some coffee. Yeah, it's coffee time. I think it's so enough. This is running out. I have my larger, well, the smoke's coming right to me. I have my larger camp stove too, with some larger propane tanks. So it'll be okay. Alright. Yeah, and I'll go to bed. Whenever that fire's done burning out tonight, that's when I'm going to bed. I stayed up till 10 last night. I'm not sure if I'll do that happen tonight. And then we'll see how we feel in the morning. We gotta do the whole make breakfast and pack up thing. Like I said, we'll see if we stop at some other place on the way home. My main objective on this trip was Mount Marcy, but I also plan, on these trips like this, I also plan like other potential places to stop at that I don't have to, but you know, they're there if they want to. Oh, they're having fun back there. Alright. Yes, I won't have to rush tomorrow morning either. Like this morning, I got up at, when did I get up? Like 5 o'clock. I wanted to get that hike started early because I knew it was going to take me a while. So yeah. Oh, last night we heard the loon out there. Some other weird noises too, like some screaming sounds and stuff. We'll see what we hear tonight. Yeah, I should have turned my camera on last night to listen to the loon, but I was charging the camera battery, so I didn't have it plugged into the camera, and it was charging, and anyway, we'll see what happens tonight. Because I have the other battery charging that was somewhere else last night, but anyway. So if we hear the loon tonight, I'll try to get the camera, or sometime overnight, I'll try to get the camera on so you can hear it. It's a beautiful sound, if you've never heard it before. I'll tell you what, though, that was a memorable experience today. I feel like a hike like that kind of changes you in a way. Like I had a little bit of anxiety whether or not I could actually do it. You know, it was tough. I don't care what anybody says. It was a tough hike, and I don't think any video that I watched online showed just how tough it was. They skipped a lot. Whoever others videos, they skipped a lot of the harder sections in the video, and they make it look easier than what it really is. But I read some accounts that said otherwise, and it's tough. Even if you're a seasoned hiker, it's a tough hike. Because I don't know if I mentioned it already, but there was one person I read about. You know, he's hiked some of the mountains out west, like the 14,000 footers, and he even said, "Hey, don't take Mount Marcy lightly. It's a hike, especially with the changing weather and stuff." Because I was talking with the campground host a little bit earlier tonight. She's talking about that too. Yeah, the mountains up here, they make their own weather, so it's the way it is. But yeah, if you can climb Mount Marcy, then we can do other things, like maybe climb Mount Katahdin later this summer. You know, the highest point in Maine. That's a little bit shorter. That's about a 10-mile round trip, but that's a tough one too. That's on the mind. Of course, Acadia National Park is up there too. We'll see. We'll see. All right, she is steaming, so I think we are ready for pour time. Not pour as in money, but pour the water. Yeah, last night I made licorice tea. That was amazing. But I think I ran out of honey packets. There might be more in the Jeep somewhere, but I'm not sure. I'll have to get some more. That was something experimental, because I camped, was at Little Pine State Park last week. We made mint coffee. So I remembered I had that Egyptian licorice tea in my bag, and that was amazing. Yeah, they're having a lot of fun. They're a good group of boys back there, or guys. They're not really boys anymore, but those are the ones that talked to me last night and tonight too. Well, some of them did. So. All right. I thought I was filming, but I wasn't. I poured the creamers in, mixed the coffee for us, but I didn't have the camera on, so you missed that part tonight. Anyway, I was talking about my stinky clothes again. Gotta love the coffee though. But yeah, I'm gonna take care of my stinky clothes in the tent, and then we'll sit by the fire. And yes, I have socks and sandals. It's okay. Alright, we got everything put away for the night. This is for my shoes. I gotta throw those somewhere. Might just throw those in the Jeep, but we'll be chilling up by the fire here yet then. About 8:45, so closing on 9 o'clock. It looks like this will burn for a while, so we might be sitting out here until 10 anyway, but that's fine. We'll just relax by the fire. So it's a little bit after 9:30, but a little bit of fire left, but I'm practically falling asleep in my chair here, so this little boy is going to bed, folks. I'll see you in the morning. Alright, well, good, beautiful morning to you. Just headed down to the lake, which if you haven't figured out by now is like my favorite spot here. I like my campsite, but coming down to the lake is just beautiful, magical. About 6:30, been up since 6, but just taking care of some other business. Just slowly getting up. But I feel good this morning. Ah, it's beautiful. Looks a little similar to yesterday. There's higher peaks over there, once again, just covered in the clouds. Oh, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, so I still gotta figure out what I'm gonna do this morning. I mean, we're gonna go back and make coffee, some breakfast, maybe biscuits and gravy. I'll tell you what though, this Heart Lake Loop idea is really growing on me. I know last night I said I wasn't gonna do it, but I think I might. I'm feeling okay. Like I said, I was a little bit of pain last night, a little hurt in some places, but I think I might do this. But anyway, we'll see how I'm feeling. I got to pack up too. I'm gonna get all that done and my camping video, and then decide what I'm gonna do. See how I'm feeling. All right. I just talked with several people. My neighbors next to me had done the loop. They said they did it like in half an hour. Of course, they were probably going pretty fast. And then talking to the campground host again, she said it's a nice little hike. So it just goes around the lake, which isn't terribly big. So maybe we'll see some wildlife. All right. Let's get coffee ready. Yeah, but there it is, Heart Lake Loop. Yeah, I'm camped right in there. It's good. It goes past some of the lean-tos and things like that, but looks kind of inviting. All right, we need to get coffee though. There's home. And we'll start the whole process of packing up. If I do the loop, I guess I said that already. I'll pack everything up, get in the Jeep, because I gotta be out of here by 11, I think. So that hike shouldn't take me more than an hour. You know, I'll probably stroll along, maybe look for wildlife and stuff. So we'll see. But first, coffee. Oops. Yeah, now we're starting to pack up while I wait for things to heat up here. There are biscuits and gravy this morning. think a bigger meal will help. So my body still recovers from yesterday. Where's my spoon? Come on. Let's go. Morning coffee in the high peaks of the Adirondacks, here in the wilderness. Oh, that's amazing. Somebody else wants breakfast with me. There's a little chippy up there. Oh, you can barely see him. Keeps coming to my campsite and taking off again. Alright, I'll share my coffee with you. Alright, home is gone. Packed away. Alright, let's work on we still have to finish our coffee. Let's work on getting the biscuits and gravy going. We're waiting on that. We'll start packing stuff into the Jeep. I think there's enough juice to make breakfast yet. I was supposed to get a new one of these, but anyway. Yum yum. All right. Yes, this is one of these heat up. You put the water in, stir it, let it sit for a little bit, then open it up, stir it again, let it sit for a little bit more. So that'll give us time to start packing some stuff into the Jeep. Stir it. And let's seal it and let it sit. Do that twice. Alright, so all my big tent stuff is packed in the Jeep now. I will start working on some of my smaller stuff here while this rehydrates. most of the stuff is put away now. All that's out is the essentials yet. It goes. Oop. Alright, so I'm gonna eat breakfast here. Get the rest cleaned up. I'll probably say farewell to you down by the lake. I had pretty much decided to hike the Heart Loop trail this morning, I think. I think that'll work out best. I think it's more befitting of the Adirondack experience. Because I think I talked last night about potentially the John Brown farm, which might be cool. There's also that Split Rock waterfall, but that's on the way home, just a little bit out of the way, but kind of out of this, high peaks area they call it. So I think I'm gonna stay here. It's only 7:30, so I got plenty of time. All right, so I'm gonna chow down, finish packing, and we'll say farewell. I had to put a little bug spray on. The bugs are a little bit worse this morning. Camp chores. Alright, so everything is packed up. Just double check, look around your site, make sure you don't leave anything behind. Got everything. Alright, so I think I'll say farewell to you down by the lake. Alright, so hello, beautiful lake again. Still clouds up there. I can hear people at their campsites and people up at the information center all getting ready to go on a hike. Some of them are probably trying to get to Marcy, Mount Marcy today. Kind of have to wonder what the conditions are gonna be like up there today. If they'll be any better than what we had, but yeah. Yeah, so I am gonna do the hike around the lake. It's not that long. I think I'll just kind of finish out our experience here. So that'll be it for our camping experience here in the Adirondacks. I already got my pack on to get that last hike in. But yeah, I loved it here. Nice campground. So anyway, thanks for coming along, folks. This is the experience of a lifetime. And hopefully we'll see you on the next one, wherever that may be. Well, actually it'll be around Heart Lake maybe for some of you.